Hi, good morning. It's Mary. Welcome back to my video. Today I have a makeup video for you and I'm going to use what I got in my Ipsy box. I got this nice Huda Beauty palette. I've never tried a Huda Beauty palette, but I really like it and I'm really inspired by these beautiful colors. I think the name of the palette is, I'm going to read it for you here, it's Ruby Obsessions and it's really pretty. It's got the splotch of gold here and the maroon and the lighter pink. It's really beautiful. So, as usual, to start out my video, to save some time, I already put on my foundation. And this is what I put on. I went to Big Lots and I bought my Christmas tree, and while I was there I got this makeup. It is called the Covergirl Active, and this is nice. I matched my skin tone great. That was number one. Went on great. I used this It Cosmetic brush, the thicker end, and it went in so nice. Then I used this smaller end and I did my under eye. And to top it off, as I always do, to give myself a white base in my eye, I use this white Tarte eyeliner. And as you can see, getting down to the bottom there, it's got some concealer in there. I'll clean that out, but you just go in here and you get a white base for your eye. Now earlier, I went in and I put on a little bit of a shiny color for my inner corner, because when I went in here to the palette, as beautiful it is, this is the lightest color. So I'm gonna start, I can start with this light color in my inner corner with this little brush. It's kind of a tiny little brush. You see the size of it right there? So let's see. Let's go ahead and just put a little bit in the inner corner. Oh, wow. It does have a little bit of color to it, a little bit. Okay, and then we're gonna add it to the left eye over here. It's got a little bit of a pink base to it, as you can see. Even though it's beige, it's got a little bit of a pink base to it. Okay. Okay, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna use this same brush because it is a kind of a nice little small area. And it has a, it's a round brush. I think it's got an angled tip a little bit. But what I'm going to go in with is, I'm going to start building up this color right here. The bottom right here, this color. I'm going to start building up my crease with this color and see how it does in the crease. So I'm just going to take my brush, and since it's got an angle, the smaller angle, to the inner part of the eye here, and I'm just going to go over it like this, and I'm going to just draw out my crease, just like this. As you can see, I got some fallout right away. So maybe what I'll do this time is I'll take a piece of paper towel, if I can, and I'm going to hold the paper towel right here maybe as I go in with this color and see if I can manage both. This color here and the paper towel. Okay, it's not bad. I think I'm gonna not use the paper towel. It's too difficult for me. But let's go ahead and let's build up this crease. And this is really a beautiful color. It's kind of a melon, and then if you darken it up, it becomes a little more red. So here we go. This is how I like to outline my eye and define it, and then I come up like this in wisps to make it go higher. Okay. So what I'm going to end up doing to make this blend in for the crease color, I'm going to end up with another color that I'll have to use to blend the two together, so that we'll look and see what one we can use. Maybe the white one in here. That'll help build that togetherness there, and we won't have like an absence of a color that would blend it. And this one is really nice. The powder goes on really nice from this eyeshadow palette. I've never used a Huda palette before. This is the first time I've ever used one. As I said, I got it in my Ipsy Glam Plus, and I just love it. I stopped getting the little Ipsy bags because I had gotten so many of the samples over the last 3 years that I was sampled I had enough samples, and I didn't want to keep having samples, so I increased to the Ipsy Plus, and I got full-size products, which was right up my alley to have full-size products. Okay, now you could see that there's a big difference in the color, and it's not blended. So what I would usually do is just take a blending brush and try to blend it, but I think it's going to need more help than just a blending brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a little smaller, like this size. Let's see how that works. It's got a flat edge to it, and I'm going to go right here to this lighter color here. This is the lightest color in the palette. Sometimes if I draw it to side or up and down, and I kind of push it into the powder, it draws the powder up pretty good. Now here we go. I'm going to come closer to the camera, and we're just going to go right in here and go kind of under the eye right here, and we're going to blend this out. See how nice that's blending that out? That is blending that out really nice. It's a little tiny palette, so it's easy to use. Yeah, look at how nice that blended that out. All right, and then we're gonna just go right there, and that way you're gonna lose the definition of that line and the harshness of the line. And then we're gonna go up here on the left side and do the same. You see how it does that? It just takes the colors and meshes them together, and then you don't have a harsh line. See how that erased the harsh line a little bit, and it's making it more congeal? Yes, that's nice. Okay, now, let's see. I'm going to go ahead, and while I have my light color still out, I'm going to go ahead and find a very tiny brush for my underlid, my lower lid, right here. So, let's see which color I'm going to use, and we don't have anything on our lid yet. So, what I think is, let's try covering the lid first with this, let's try using this goldish color right here. It's got a little bit of a frostiness to it, and I can see it might give me some fallout, so I'm going to be careful when I press it on the lid. Yeah, that is very pretty. That is a very pretty color. And then when you put it with the red and the teal, not the teal, but the melon color in the rest of the eye look, it really blends and looks more melon than it does gold. Interesting, huh? Kind of takes on the shade. Now some people would do a, put the concealer on and do a cut crease, but for me, I'm just gonna try doing it without doing a cut crease and just see if it'll blend in. And then at the end, I'm gonna have a dark color. So we're gonna pick what dark color we're gonna use, and we're gonna use that on the lower lash too. So let's go over to the left eye and cover the lid just like we did on the right side. This beautiful goldish peachy color. It's really beautiful. And it applies really nicely with this flat brush. The other way I could do it would be to use my fingertip, because when you have colors like this that have like a foil to them, the shine to them like this, they don't go on as dense with the brush usually. They go on denser with the finger. So I was lucky. This one went on really dense just with the brush, and I really like that. Okay, that came out really pretty. What do you think? Okay, now while that looks nice, I still have to go back in, and I'm going back to the crease, and I'm going to go right here, and I'm using the color I used originally, and I need a little more color in my crease. So the next thing I'm going to do is pick a darker color that goes in my crease that I'm also going to use for my lower lash. Now, let's see, this is a Ruby's Obsession palette. So I've used this color and this color. Oh, I know exactly which one. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this darker color right here. I'm gonna do my under eye and my outer corner. So I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna just put it down right here so it goes to the outer corner. And I can also darken up my crease with it as I move along. And then I'm gonna bring it down to come to the outer corner. Just like that. That went on pretty good. I got a tad bit of fallout, but not bad. Okay, now let's find me another tiny little brush and let's do the lower lash. But first, I want to add this red on top. This red one on the top. After all, it is Ruby Obsession, so I better use the ruby. And let's put that at the back end here too. And oh, that's delightful. Look how pretty that comes out. Okay, now let's try, I think I want to try the flat red on the lower lash. Like this. Just like that. Okay, just like that. I know it's a little bit thick, but it'll be okay because I'm going to add the mascara and my lashes, and it'll cover up, it'll allow for this thickness here. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, after I got this, I'm going to go on the inner corner with the more, it has a little bit of a sparkle to it. This one right here, the Ruby Obsessions. I'm going to go right there and I'm going to go back into this corner and doctor it up a little bit. And go into my crease a little bit. Using these darker colors on the outside. Just like that. Just like that. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Really pretty colors. Okay, so now I got those on and they're kind of dark. So let's go in and see if I can lighten it up a tad bit. I'm going to go into the lighter frosty color. That's right there. Okay, and I'm going to take that on my little brush and I'm going to go along the lash line to lighten it up just a tad bit, right along the, as close as I can to the lash line. Okay, just as close as I can to the lash line. Very beautiful. Very pretty. And that lightens it up on the lash line area. And that gets my corner of my eye right there. Make that just all go in together. Okay, really nice. It's beautiful, huh? Okay, now I really like the way that came out and the way the eyelash look came out. Okay, and then just to doctor this up just a tad bit, I'm going to add a little bit more. And this side also. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, now that we got those outlines done, I think we're pretty much done with that palette. That's really pretty. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off the camera and I'm going to put my lashes on. After my lashes, we're going to come in and do the blush, highlighter, lipstick, and we'll be all set. So I'll be right back. Hey, you're back. I'm back too. What do you know? All right, so I got my lashes on and I think the eye look came out good. What I found that I had, it was from Tarte. It's my it's Tarte and it has like the sparkly. Okay, so anyway, I've got that, and what I did was I used some on the inner corner of my eye, and I went down on my lower lash and added some there on the very close to the lower lash, and then below that is the darker color of the ruby color for the eyes. So now I really like the way the look come out. What do you think? All right, I got a little highlighter on this little brush. I'm just gonna go like this and See if we can highlight that a little bit. I think we need something a little brighter. But this brush is picking up my blush really nice. And this one is from the Khloe Kardashian palette, like this. Okay, so I'm using the blush here. It comes out really nice. And then I really like the shine of the bronzer down here. I thought it came really nice when I mixed that in to my face. Look right here. Okay, how's that? Nice? All right. Now, the next thing is I'm going to look for a little bit more of a highlighter. In the meantime, let's do my lips. And we're almost done with our look. I kind of want to layer the look on the lips. Like a little ombre. And I do that by adding the most of the lipstick to the top. Okay, and then lower I'm going to ombre it with a lighter color. I think that color goes great with my eye color. What do you think? So I have my ruby colors on, a little gold from Tarte, my ruby colors on the lower lash, if you can see that there. There's my blush, and let's see. Let's get a little bit of a glowy highlighter here with my little palette I have from Beauty Creations, Beauty Treats. Okay, so being that we're having this gold and ruby color, let's go into the gold and see. Oh, let's see. It's a little bit more than I wanted. So let's add some white to it. Or try this one. Let's see. Don't want it to be overwhelming. Oh, pretty. Oh, yes. Oh, really pretty. See, just take a little bit on your finger. If you don't know where you want to put your makeup, you don't have to grab a brush every time. Just put some on your finger, and I mean, you can see a lot of the girls on YouTube, they got makeup all over their arm. You know what they're doing, right? They're testing it before they put it on their face, because we want to see how it's going to come out before we apply it. And this way, if you have your whole makeup look done and you don't want to mess it up, your best bet is to try it first. Similar to like when you're picking a paint color for your home, it doesn't always look the same in the bottle, in the can, as it looks when you put it on. So it's okay. Now let's see. Let's lighten up this lip color. You can see this lip color is nice. I think it's by Wander Beauty. And what it has is, oh no, Smashbox. That's why it's so nice too. Both of those name brands are awesome. So what it is it's very liquidy, luminous, moist. It hasn't dried down yet. Now let's see if this candy watermelon will, I got this in one of my boxes too. Lemonade is the name of it. I don't know if it has enough color. It's simply more of a gloss, so I need something with a little more staying power for color. Let's see about this one. Gigi, I've used this one before. I think it probably has a little more color. It's a little difficult because it's more glossy than it is color. Well, one more time. Let's say maybe the third time will be a charm for us here. Let's go in with a lighter color. Yeah, there we go. What we can do too with this is just be careful to center it like that. It's okay. We could work it in as the day wears on. So, no worries. There we go. There is my full makeup look with the eye of the Huda Beauty palette. I hope you like it. And come back. I'm going to do a favorites video for the month of January, and I want to show you what moisture creams I use for my face. So anyway, keep watching, and I'll see you in my next video. And I hope you like this makeup look. You can do it yourself at home. The Huda Beauty Palette sells for like $27. I got mine as in my Ipsy box, Ipsy Plus. So I was so happy. It was really nice to get that. It makes my box worth it, because the value of this is the same as what I paid for the box. So really nice. And I like the way my eye look came out. So if you like it, I'm going to list everything below that I used. You could go and get comparisons or try to get what I have here and do your makeup just like I did, okay? So even at almost 69, you can do your makeup just like I did. Gonna be 70 in 1 more year, so yeah, I gotta get the makeup on quick. Okay, I can laugh at myself, right? All right then, have a great day, and I see you in my next video.